Welcome back to my 3 packs a day experiment. It's not really fair to call it an experiment anymore, since now we're past day 30, we've completed the experiment. I may be doing another experiment soon, where instead of doing 3 packs a day every day, what if I did like 20 packs once a week? I don't know if I'm ready to commit to that yet, but at the moment, I'm just screwing around because I don't want to be. It's beautiful outside and I have stuff I need to be doing inside at the computer. I don't care, I just want to fly. The quadcopter that I'm flying today is, once again, the quad with the JB 2208 motors and the JB 5147 Gemfan props. Links to that stuff in the video description. Actually, the props haven't quite made it to stores yet, but when they're available, I mean, by the time you're watching it, maybe they are. Check the video description. If they're available, there'll be a link down there. Let's do it. Let's get in the air. I gotta tell you guys, I don't even want to like try hard today. I just want to have fun. So let's just, oh, what a beautiful day. It's hot as heck. Let's just fly slow and smooth. Let's start by doing that. Like barely even touch the throttle. Little bobble there. There may be some tuning problems with this quad. I just pulled it out of nowhere, slapped Betaflight 4.2 on it, and put a couple. Oh, geez. Best save of my life, boys. Best save of my life. I swear since I've been flying more, my reflexes have gotten better. I just want to. I got a freaking fly on my arm. That's one of my favorite moves, is that's that move, that Charlie Potter move. Did you see that gap? You know I got it. Oh, there's a wire in there. There's a fence wire there, an invisible fence wire. That's gonna mess me up. This was a lot more impressive when this was grown up, and it was basically a tunnel you could go into. Screw you, tree. Whew. That's not what I meant to do. Get on the strip. Get on the strip. Gonna use the fence to index off of. As if like tipping my head downward lets me look downward better. 3.6 volts, but I'm not really pushing very hard, so it's not sagging very much. That's about the worst case scenario for, oh, let's not hit this guy's truck. That's a guy who's, it's about the worst case scenario for prop wash. There's a long, slow descent like that. There's the battery warning, so we'll bring it in, 3.5 volts. Ah, fun and relaxing. Isn't that nice? Here's what I'm thinking. Hang on. Let's let Mr. Dog stop barking. He's not going to stop barking, is he? So the dog starts barking. Then the neighbor yells at the dog. Then they're both yelling. Folks, if your dog is barking, yelling at them does not stop them from barking. They just think you're barking with them. I am as guilty of this as anyone. I guarantee you there have been times when he's been over there and he hears me yelling at my dog. We all do it. It doesn't work. Here's what I'm thinking. There's a time for practicing, and then there's a time for trying to enter a flow state of sort of creativity, where you will discover things that you wouldn't have rationally thought of. And I tend to go for the flow state. It doesn't mean that I achieve a literal state of flow every time I fly, but I tend to want to just do what I enjoy, what feels good. And as a result, I often do not progress as much as I could. It's like, I like to use a musical analogy. There's a time for doing, practicing scales and, rudiments, and then, oh boy, so that's 2.4 gigahertz. That's not crossfire for the record. There's a time for practicing scales and rudiments, and then there's a time for jamming. And both of them are essential to your development as a musician or as a pilot. And this 3 packs a day thing has been about kind of forcing me to do scales more often. But you're not going to develop your own flow, your own style, unless you, well, I mean, you can't help but develop your own style, I guess, if you think about it. But if all you do is scales and rudiments, you're going to miss out on a lot of creativity and individual expression and just enjoyment. So I think you got to go back and forth. And do both in equal measure. Because the scales build skills that will come out when you cut loose. If all you ever do is cut loose, you will fail to progress because you are not working explicitly things that are difficult. But if all you ever do is scales, you will not develop your own personal style, and you will also miss out on a lot of enjoyment. So this is how I like to fly. This is sometimes just how the most relaxing way for me to fly. Oh shoot! Okay, that was fun. Now end up where I thought I was going to end up. That's okay. Why is that? Is that tree dead? That tree's dead. Holy crap! It's not autumn. That tree is completely dead. Wow. Okay, that's going to be a problem someday. Oh yeah, it's dead all the way up. That's got to go. That tree's got to go. Wow. We're going to drop that tree. That's got to go. Okay. I've been seeing that tree red in my video and thinking, oh, it's... Because you'll see like a deciduous tree turning red in the fall, but the evergreens around it are not. That's not what is going on here. Hey, what are you doing? No, it wasn't as neat as I would have liked it to have been. Oop, that was much less neat than I would have liked it to have been. I put too much yaw in, I think, and it flattened me out. You have to counter yaw with those. Whoa, geez, okay. That is not at all what I intended to do. I over-exaggerated my counter yaw. Let's land. I saw a battery warning. Well, here's the third pack. And I haven't even really done anything, have I? Haven't pushed myself. I've had a nice time. It's been nice. Don't get me wrong. I feel like it's good for my mental health. But I don't feel like I've, progressed. Is my up tilt messed up? I don't think so. Can you throw it straight up? That's forward. To throw it straight up, you gotta know your up tilt angle really well. So you push straight up and not forward at all. Maybe I have to lower the throttle before I flick. I think if the throttle's still up when you flick, you're going to pull forward. Not enough of a flick. I like those big pops like that where you come down. So you come through here maybe. Let's check this out. Come through here. Come around this corner. Then up this tree. Then back down. Crash into that guy's truck. Let's not do that. Come through here. Oh, I can hit that. I could have hit that. I could have hit that gap. What do you think? You guys think I can do it? I mean, that was actually lined up perfect. I just chickened out because I wasn't expecting it. It's totally random, isn't it? Son, how you like me now? How you like me now? That was fucking awesome. It wasn't lined up perfect, but don't hit Issa's camper. I feel like I might have hit Issa's camper. That wasn't the gap that I was originally aiming for, but I was like, a lot of times, has that thing always been like that? A lot of times if you just dive at the hole, you'll make it. That antenna might be a little bit broken. I wonder if it's always been broken. She doesn't watch antenna in the camper anyway. It's probably fine. This is just between us. Don't tell Issa about that. All right, folks, that's it. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed watching along. And I got one awesome move there at the end. I'm super happy about that. I talked in my last video about how when you're trying to hit those giant blind power loops, you just want to give yourself more backwards energy than you need. And then as you come back, you look down and sight the gap and then add throttle to take away that energy and hit the gap. So it looks like you're setting it up blind, but you don't have to do it perfectly. The ideal way to do it is where you just cruise over the obstacle, and those you just got to have practice it enough times that you have a feel for how much throttle and where to pop. That one you saw, I mean, I lined it up 2 or 3 times. You just get a general sense for how much up tilt, how much back tilt, how much pop, and then as you swing wide, you just pull yourself in. So I hope that was fun for you. It sure was fun for me. And now I'm going to go make sure I didn't mess up this camper. The antenna is definitely messed up. The only question is whether it was already messed up when I did this or whether I did that. I don't see any evidence of that being broken off today. So we're gonna go with no. Do you see this baby? Isn't he cute? Hit the subscribe button. Join my Patreon. Use my affiliate links. Or just keep watching videos. That's better than nothing.
Go, go, gaga, subscribe to my daddy.